Thank you. Next speaker, Srimati Roopa Ganguly.
Huh?
Srimati Roopa Ganguly.
Oh. Nine. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, for allowing me to speak on the demands for grants on Railway Ministry. Railways are the integral part of the life of a common man, we all know. No other means of transportation captures the imagination of people like railways. In Indian movies too, many iconic scenes had railways in the background, we still have. Who can forget the scenes from Pather Pachali and Nayak and many other? Created by Sri Satyajit Ray and many other films by many other famous directors. Honorable Chair, toy trains in Darjeeling, Shimla, Ooty let people witness the beauty of nature, and Konkan Railways, along with the recently developing Chenab Arc Bridge, highlights the engineering marvels of Indian Railway. The present government, under the leadership of Modi ji, is working to maintain the historic heritage of railways as well as modernize system for efficiency. Indian Railway is set to see its highest ever capital expenditure of rupees 2.45 trillion for 2022-23. The grants under the demands for grants are welcomed and should be approved. The images of Vande Bharat express trains, Vista Dome coaches, airport standard stations, the periodic reports about record-breaking capital investments, historically high originating freight loading, and thankfully the historically lower number of accidents. These are the trending news for Indian Railways. In this budget, 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains, 100 PM Gati Shakti cargo terminals to be developed during next 3 years is promised. This is going to put India on the global map with reliable infrastructure backbone. These all have been made possible by the untiring efforts of Honorable Suresh Prabhuji, Honorable Manoj Sinha ji, Honorable Piyush Goyal ji, and now Honorable Ashwini Vaishnav ji, and all the ministers associated with railways and the officers to provide the results with such commitment. Chairman, sir, during the trying times of COVID-19, Indian Railways helped in mobilizing the life-saving oxygen to various parts of India. When our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji announced PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, Indian Railways helped in making sure the food grains are transported to every nook and corner of the country. India is one of the major hubs for IT expertise in the world, and e-governance is one of the major components where we are looking to enforce governance by leveraging information and technology. Indian Railways is an example of ICT, information, communication and technology, and governance working in synchronization. Our minister has made it possible that passengers can directly tell their grievances on WhatsApp, and they would get a response from the concerned department. This bridges the gap between common people and government. The passengers now can bring their grievances to social media and their grievances are heard. We have come a long way, sir, since 2014 in this regard, where even booking online tickets through IRCTC was a humongous task, and today we not only book the tickets online, but we have a medium to track the live status of a train with accuracy. Sir, during 2019-20, around 4,24,000 non-gazetted employees have been provided with different types of training, initial, promotional, refresher, specialized, etc. The railways maintaining one of the largest workforce in the country and training them regularly is certainly a major achievement. In the effort of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, the system of direct benefit transfer has been developed to provide money directly to the laborer instead of just the contractors. This talks about the commitment of the government towards its people. One can check the Shramik Kalyan portal to see how Indian Railways is ensuring 100% compliance of minimum wage payment with transparency. Honorable Chairman, sir, I would like to raise a question regarding the laborer hired by the contractors, and here I draw attention to our Honorable Minister, working for Indian Railways. Is there a mechanism to confirm the identities of these workers? There is information that illegal immigrants are being hired by the contractors to work without any document verification. This could jeopardize the safety of the Indian citizens. We need a mechanism where the laborers are vetted for all their identity documents. There used to be a time where we would hear about railway robberies every now and then, but the frequency of theft has decreased, but a lot more efforts are needed as railway protection is the responsibility of government, railway police, GRP, and state police, sir. Sir, development of high-strength rails, upgradation of indigenously developed ATP, automatic train protection, system TCAS, train collision avoidance system, phase 2, project having features like interfacing electronic interlocking, centralized traffic control and remote updation of TSR, temporary speed restriction, etc., have been done, sir. In addition, new designs of high horsepower locomotives were developed during this period. Over 350 critical and long pending major bridge and track works having bearing on safety and operational efficiency have been carried out and blockades have been cleared. Some of these works were pending for several years, sir. And here comes another example like Bogeybill Bridge. Since 2014, the cases of train accidents have reduced, but we recently witnessed a major accident where at least 9 people died, 36 others were injured, and after 12 coaches of Bikaner-Guwahati Express derailed near Moinaguri in West Bengal's Jalpaiguri district. It was said that the glitch in the locomotive equipment led to the mishap. There was also news that the mandatory inspection was not done in Northeastern Railway. Everyone should be responsible for everyone's life, sir. Our irresponsibility at any level could cause immeasurable harm to our family. Chairman, sir, we also know that development of railway is a continuous process, and we need to read developments in the context of previous budgets as well. Present Chief Minister of West Bengal had served 2 terms as railway minister. First term in 1999 with the NDA government, she became the railway minister. In 2009, for the second time as part of UPA government. One of the renowned international news agency, Reuters, reported that, I quote, her 2-year record as railway minister has been heavily criticized for running the network into more debt to pay for populist measures such as more passenger trains, unquote. So, the Indian Railway became a loss-making institution, organization during her 2-year tenure. There were over 100 railway functions inaugurating new projects or flagging off new trains in West Bengal in the last 6 months of her tenure as railway minister. Most of them did not make much progress, sir. Several railway projects announced by her during her tenure as a railway minister have been sent to ₹1,000 allocation bracket by the central government then. The railway is a public good and its taxpayers' money, which is used for their development. Announcements of new railways should be economically justifiable and financially viable. So through you, I would like to narrate an incident to this august house. It's a very happy incident. I'm sure you'll be proud of it. I think I had 10 minutes. Concluding. Yeah. This august house regarding an undying commitment of the railway employees. An elderly American-Indian couple were traveling from Kolkata to Puri. They somehow the wife was unable to board the train, and they got separated. And the purse, ticket, money, IDs, everything was with the wife in her purse. Before I could talk to GRP or before I could talk to anyone, the lady went to the GRP and the officers took count of it immediately, and the problem was solved by the next station. I'm so happy that this is how, with such commitment, people are working in railways. सभापति महोदय, 2-4 चीजें बताना है, अगर आप परमिट करें तो. फाइनली जब मुझे रेलवे की बात कहनी पड़ती है, whenever I talk about railway, I can't forget those days, those incidents mentioned by my parents, my father and my mother. When people fled from Purva Pakistan, then Purva Pakistan, to India during partition by train. And only after Modi ji has taken charge, connectivity between India and Bangladesh has been reinstated again. Today we have 4 trains running between India and Bangladesh. That's such a happy thing. Mitali, Bondhon, Maitri and others. 2-4 request है सर, अगर मंत्री जी अलाउ करें, आप अगर अलाउ करें, 2-4 छोटे-छोटे. दातन में पश्चिम मेदिनीपुर में एक स्टेशन हमेशा वो ट्रेन रुकता था, जगन्नाथ एक्सप्रेस. बहुत सारे पेशेंट जो एम्स में जाते थे, कटक में, भुवनेश्वर में, उनका ट्रेन नंबर आप अगर नोट कर ले 18409 18410, बहुत साल से चल रहा है सर. लेकिन वो ट्रेन अभी कोविड के बाद अचानक वो स्टेशन बंद हो गया, स्टेशन में रुकना बंद हो गया. एक और रिक्वेस्ट है, बच्चों ने रिक्वेस्ट किया है, स्टूडेंट्स विश्व भारती यूनिवर्सिटी एंड वर्धमान यूनिवर्सिटी से लोगों ने रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि वो जो हावड़ा दिल्ली राजधानी है वहाँ गया 12301 एंड 12302, वो अगर वर्धमान में रुकते हैं तो बीरभूम, बांकुड़ा, वर्धमान पूरा जंक्शन, हुगली, मुर्शिदाबाद सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट का बहुत बहुत बड़ा फ़ायदा होगा. एक चीज़ मैं आखिरी 2 मिनट सर अगर इफ यू अलाउ मी, 30 साल से, खैर 35 साल से कसाई हॉल्ट बोल के एक जगह है पश्चिम मेदिनीपुर में, वहाँ पे एक रिवर ब्रिज है, वहाँ एक छोटा सा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने की ज़रूरत थी. वो सीपीएम के समय से शुरू हुआ था उन लोगों की मांग. मैं खुद 3-4 बार विजिट करके आई सर. वहाँ मैं जब पीयूष जी थे, मैं वहाँ आई, पूरी रिपोर्ट देकर, मनोज जी थे, पीयूष जी थे, मैंने उनको दिया. मैंने बोला मैं सर एमपी लैट से करना चाहती हूँ, छोटा सा प्लेटफॉर्म 2.5 करोड़ का है. पीयूष जी बोला नहीं 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 नहीं, आप एमपी लैट की जरूरत की है, हम कर देते. मैंने बोला सर मुझे खुशी मिलेगी, मुझे करने दीजिए. बोला ठीक है करो. पूरे रिपोर्ट मंगवाया है, पूरा कॉस्टिंग बन गया है सर. डीएम पश्चिम बंगाल ने 4 साल से पश्चिम बंगाल में एक भी डीएम मेरा यूटिलाइजेशन सर्टिफिकेट जमा नहीं किया. जनता के लिए काम, जनता के लिए करना चाहती हूँ, जनता के पैसे से करना चाहती हूँ, ये मेरा पैसा नहीं है, मैं करना चाहती हूँ. मैं आप सबके द्वारा ये रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि डीएम्स ठीक से काम करें और सरकारी ऑफिसर सब सम्मान के साथ काम करें. और मंत्री जी आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत अच्छे रेलवे बजट बना है. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
धन्यवाद. वीरेंद्र प्रसाद बसिया.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. So before starting my speech, I'd like to compliment